Let me talk to you. Hello, I'm Luke Michael Howard, clinical hypnotist and owner of Lukenosis Hypnosis. I want to share with you a part of my GTS, my Go to Sleep program today, my Sleepnosis. It's part, just a small part, but very effective and powerful part that I teach my one-on-one clients who suffer from the symptoms of insomnia or some kind of sleep disorder. Okay. And some of the stuff I might say in this video, which is all about sleep hygiene, there might be a part of your brain is, I already know this stuff. There's already hundreds of videos on this. Don't need to watch it. Don't need to listen to it. Be careful of that voice, because that's the voice of your unconscious mind closing the door. All right. Now, here's the thing with me. One of my favorite songs is Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. I've listened to it literally thousands of times. Can recite it. Or sing it. You don't want me to sing it, but I challenged myself a few years ago, and it's instead of listening to the lyrics, and I'm very auditory, I'm all about sounds, right? But instead of just listening to the words that are beautiful, that I love, that I've heard it thousands of times, what would it be like to experience it for new, for the first time? So instead of listening to the words, I decided to focus on the melody. Now it's the same song, but I hadn't consciously paid too much attention to the melody, and as I paid attention to the melody, it was like hearing a song for the first time. So I want you to watch this video as if you're hearing this stuff for the first time, so you really start to get it, not here but here. So sleep hygiene. First thing, in your bedroom you should only be doing two things: sleeping or having sex. That's it. So there shouldn't be any reading of your tablet, reading of social media or emails on your phone, no reading from old style books, no contemplating doing meditation or thinking about tomorrow. Bedroom should be anchored, to use a psychological term, to do one or two things. You're either sleeping or you're having sex. Okay. And having that area, if you will, where you only do one of those two things, your unconscious, your subconscious, your monkey mind, your amygdala, it starts to anchor that room, if you will, to be, listen, we're only doing one or two things here. So naturally, after time, when you just start to go to that room, if that's all you're doing, it's like, well, we're having sex or we're going to sleep. But there's nothing else. It's a small thing, but a very, very important thing that sleep experts say. Okay, you can do your reading, your social media, your meditation, whatever it is. Don't have to give that up. Just do it in another part of your house. Just do it in another room. But in your bedroom, just sleep or having sex. So that's the first thing. Second thing is you want to keep your room as dark as possible. If you've got blinds that make it as black as possible, wonderful. You want to limit as much light as you can. If for some reason it's not as dark, you're getting light coming through, that's going to disturb your neurological system and trick it into thinking it might be daytime, so it doesn't need to secrete so much melatonin. It's going to help you to fall asleep. One thing you can do is get a sleep mask, and I use like this one. This one's really good because it really wraps around there. All right, this is 20-30 bucks online. Now you can get cheaper ones out there, but I found with the cheaper ones, I can still see a whole bunch of light coming in underneath the eye or to the side. So I'm still getting a signal into the amygdala that it's daytime and it doesn't need to release melatonin to help me fall asleep. So you want to get a sleep mask if your room is, if there's any light coming in your room, you can't close that through the blinds. My room's pretty dark, but I utilize one of these and my sleep's far more peaceful. You really want to get one that's kind of got like the memory foam and that you can't see light underneath. So you want to really invest in a good quality one. Another thing is, if you're like me, most people are, in as much as we're mouth breathers. We're not designed through evolution to breathe through the mouth, right? Mouth is for speaking, vocalizing, for eating. The nose is designed for us to breathe, all right? But we've become maladapted as time has gone on, and most of us are breathing through our mouth, and there's so many problems when it comes to inhaling, exhaling through the mouth. So many kind of medical problems that are related to it, degenerative disease, heart disease. So if you're going to get one thing from this video is stop breathing through your mouth. I'll be like, well, what happens when I sleep? So when you sleep, if you do snore, this will help to cure your snoring as well. So your significant other will be very happy that you do this. Now, you don't have to use this, but I use this thing. It's basically, it's almost like it's like a Band-Aid, but it's made from better material. And I put it over my mouth when I sleep, and I throw it away, get a new one every day. But it forces me to breathe through my nose. And the first few times I started to do it, because I was a chronic mouth breather, I'd have a bit of panic and I'd wake up and I was thinking I was suffocating. I didn't want to do it anymore. It's like, I don't want to have a panic attack in my sleep. This was an extreme case. This doesn't happen with everyone. This was me at some point, full disclosure. But after a couple of nights of kind of understanding the science behind it, now I don't sleep without one of these. Now there's different tapes you can buy out there. You can just buy normal tape and put it on your mouth, but you want something that's basically going to cover your whole mouth, and this is very effective, the one that I use. But again, they're not paying me to advertise them, so you can go and put on mouth breathing tape online and find something that you can use, and that's going to basically make it that you can only breathe through your nose. And it's going to probably feel odd to begin with, but it's really effective for helping you have a deeper night's sleep and to have more REM sleep. Okay, so that's really important for you to do as well. I'd recommend that. And also, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you just go to a washroom, that's because you're mouth breathing. You could drink the same amount of water and have your mouth taped up and breathe through your nose, and you're probably going to find you don't actually wake up or need to go pee in the middle of the night. It's a weird biofeedback mechanism that happens when we're mouth breathers. So that's another positive benefit from covering up your mouth. So those are a few things. And obviously, you know, as we said, you're only sleeping or having sex in your bedroom, so there should be no eating or any of that in there as well. So that goes without saying. But if you put those three things in place, it's really going to start to make that, you know, like such a wonderful environment for you, not just consciously but unconsciously, for your unconscious mind to get to enable you to release more serotonin and to sleep more peaceful. So again, if you just listen to this and you think just listening to it's going to change you, it isn't. That's a bit like going to the gym and you want to build up big muscles, and you go to the gym and you watch the guy or girl lifting up the weights and they're getting big muscles, and you just watch and then you leave and you look at your arms, you're like, my arms didn't grow. No, because you didn't lift up the weights, you didn't do anything. So actually use this. It works when you use it, all right? Don't trust my word for it. Just do it and report back underneath the video. I've been Luke Michael Howard, clinical hypnotist and owner of Lukenosis Hypnosis. This has been a small segment of my Go to Sleep program where I utilize many skills over 25 years of helping clients go to sleep through hypnosis, tapping points, affirmations, just to mention a few of the modalities I use to be able to tackle this thing and defeat this thing, to put it in a chokehold, this thing called insomnia, so you defeat it once and for all and you go to sleep peacefully. Always believe.